Hello and welcome to Good News, Bad News with me, Richard Wheatley, the show where we dive deep into the news of recent times and find out who has had the best of times and who has had the worst. Let's dive straight in with some good news. First up, it's been some good news for clubbers in Leeds who have been told that they are going to be given compulsory treats on their way home. Here's the way the BBC put it. Lollipops are to be handed to nightclubbers in Leeds in an effort to keep them quiet, following noise complaints from people living in a nearby block of flats. The sweets will be given to people as they leave home and carousel after the city centre venue was given permission to stay open later. It's going to be able to stay open until 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to hand out sweets to people. I love this. This is such an excellent idea. It's like gobstoppers. It's literally gobstoppers for Yorkshiremen. I love it. I think that there are certainly swings and roundabouts to it, to a certain extent. Obviously, it's great that they get a nice treat. It does mean that their kebab is going to taste a bit weird. But it does also mean that there's a lot of room for suggestive lollipop eating on the way home as you eye up the various people around you. All in all, I think it's a good week for people in Leeds. Meanwhile, we've had bad news for the teddy bear's picnic, which is going to be colder and more dangerous than ever. Here's how the BBC put it. A world record 102,343 stuffed toys hit the ice rink in a moment of sweet, cuddly mayhem, according to an American Hockey League team. At the game in Hershey, Pennsylvania, footage shows stuffed toys flying over the glass after the Hershey Bears scored against the Providence Bruins. Now, the thing is, this is all very cute and cuddly, but first of all, Teddy Bear's Picnic, as I say, is going to be absolutely freezing, and this is not at the end of the game. This is during the game. They've just scored. What are they going to do? Are they going to be skating around these? Do they have to tidy them up first? Is it a half-time thing? No, it's during the game. They've got to have this huge timeout while they take off all the bears. It's terrifying for those bears. They've got giants skating around them continuously. Terrifying. Let's go back to some good news. And here we've got some good news for cows, as at least one threat has now been wiped out. Here's what the Mirror had to say. A farm worker was kicked to death after reportedly trying to have sex with a cow in Brazil. The 45-year-old was found unconscious on the ground wearing a condom with the open wrapper beside him. Wow. This is clearly a farm worker who misread the advert for a farm hand job at the local ranch. Finally, let's move on to one last piece of bad news. And I think this has been bad news this week for Yorkshire crime, as we've now got a new 84-year-old superhero. Here's what the BBC had to say. Ron Croker, 84, was drying his clothes at the coin-operated laundrette in Maltby in Rotherham on the morning of the 7th of January, when a masked thug burst in and demanded money. Thinking the man could be carrying a knife, Ron grabbed his newly folded jeans, wrapped them around his hand and arm, and shoved the attacker back. I love this. This guy has gone, oh, he might be carrying a knife. Should I run? No, I should even the score with my jeans. Also, he is so classically Yorkshire. I've worked all my life for my money. He's not having it. Yorkshire, the only county in the UK where the question of your money or your life is met with debate. Anyway, that will do it for this week. This has been Good News, Bad News. I hope everyone at home, you have a good week and not a bad one. Goodbye.